Welcome back to Hidden Power. Soul Silver Art has finally finished the Teal Mask. Today we will be discussing all of the new Pokemon in the Teal Mask. We're going to be discussing their origins. We're going to be ranking them on a tier list. We'll be talking about story in the region. We'll be discussing the pros and cons of this DLC, as well as any improvements that we would want to make to future DLCs. And there's still a ton of mystery. I think there's also going to be a lot of theory crafting going on. This is a Pokemon podcast. My name is Dusty Go-Goat. Today I'm with the Lumios Post.
Hello.
And Soul Silver Art.
What's up?
Great to see you guys.
Yes. Same.
Are you enjoying Scarlet and Violet right now? How are you guys feeling with Pokemon? Because I've been having a blast. I've been playing probably, I want to say at least 2 hours a day for like a week and a half now. I had a drought for about 6 months where I just stopped playing Pokemon. So I'm having a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty much same. Pretty much about 2 hours a day since it came out, and pretty much exactly the same. People were like surprised when I was like, I didn't finish the Scarlet and Violet decks, and they're like, what have you been doing since like November? I'm like, I didn't play. I stopped playing. You know, I have not been playing it since like February or something.
And I was about to say, and in fairness, it did take you 3 months to beat Scarlet and Violet. So
that's true.
I beat it in like April, so here we are again. I tried to make this last as long as I could. I'm kind of sad that it's over like that. I still have to do a few things like the ogre battle people.
Sure.
And catch. I need to catch the legendaries. The loyal 3.
Well,
I'm in the same place.
Didn't battle all the people in Kitakami or Paldea yet, because then the ogre people are pointless to battle.
Well, you know, there's different teams, right? That's what you have to do. That's like what Scarlet and Violet forces you to do, which I don't like, and I've said it multiple times, but just like that you have to change your team out almost. To like,
well, no, I mean because of the bug in the game. You there's yeah, there's a bug that like keeps it. So basically, the game keeps track of how many trainers you battled, and that's important to the Kitakami Ogre clan, because if you beat a certain amount of them, you'll get rewards, like for every 1, 2, so on that you beat. And the game currently only counts up to 300 trainers, because that's how many were in base game Paldea.
That is such a weird
the
bug.
issue is they added more in Kitakami, but they didn't tell the tracker to start counting more. Right. So if you've already beaten all the trainers in Paldea, then beating the people in Kitakami, it doesn't keep track of them.
That's such a weird bug.
That. I think they're fixing
They're fixing that in October, they said.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I probably have battled 10 people in Paldea, so I'm good to go.
Same.
I mean, I spent a lot of time battling people. My Pokemon's levels were kind of lower than what I had anticipated.
For the DLC?
Yeah, okay, for the DLC. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to battle a whole bunch of these trainers and try to get them higher leveled, and then like do the ogre trainers after I beat the game.
Yeah.
You can't do them before them. Them suckers are tough.
They're really strong.
If you don't really know what you're doing, you know.
I went to go catch Monkey Dory and Okidogi last night, and Monkey Dory like almost wiped my whole team, because you have to like try to catch them, right? It's not. I could kill it, but I don't want to kill it. I'm trying to catch it. So I'm sitting there just throwing Ultra Balls, and he's just destroying my team.
Not Great Ball Soul. You're not gonna catch a Monkey Dory in a color-coordinated ball.
Never a Great Ball. Even if it makes sense to be in a Great Ball or a Quick Ball, you catch it in a Pokeball. You catch it in a Premier, a luxury.
I love a
Not
Quick in a Great Ball.
Dude, the Great Ball would be nice if they removed the red nub jewels. Right, you have to get rid of those.
Is nubjules a word?
I don't know. They're weird. I don't like it. It's funny though, because I like the lumps.
Nubjules in the comments below.
I like the lumps on a heavy ball, so I don't know why I dislike that so much.
Yeah.
You're calling them lumps. You're making me hate Pokeballs, man.
Just lumps on my Pokeball.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Listen.
The Master Ball has lumps too.
Oh my god.
Can you guys stay on track, please?
Is that all of the Pokeballs with lumps? Are there any more Pokeballs with lumps on them?
We should do a Pokeball tier list.
I should do a Pokeball
I'm down, actually. That's fun.
I think the Premier Ball... No. The Luxury Ball has, like...
There's, like, rings. Yeah,
it's got... Yeah.
And are they textured is the question. Yeah, are they ridges?
I think they are. They're, like... Yeah, they're indented.
Yeah.
Okidogi, though. I wanted to catch in a Dusk Ball.
Dusk, yes.
Cool.
Absolutely. That Pokemon was made for the Dusk Ball.
Absolutely. I went in the daytime to try to do it. I literally
See, that's a little silly.
I went through every single one of my dusk balls, like 30, and he killed my whole team, and I just shut the game off, and then I went to bed.
Honestly,
all of that to say that they're harder, like they're difficult.
Yeah,
difficulty is high in Kitakami, and that's one pro for Kitakami.
For sure.
Yes.
Like the
Iron and Moon for the Solgaleo battle, I literally just tossed a Pokeball at it and got it.
Yeah, it's
like I didn't use a move, nothing.
They make a lot of Pokemon
entered the
like
battle,
that,
went down to bag, threw a Pokeball, got it.
I think
they do a lot of guaranteed captures.
Does that go all the way back to Gen 5? I'm pretty sure is Reshiram and Zekrom easy to catch?
I don't remember.
I know
Gen 6,
yeah.
There was the very first wild Pokemon you run into is always guaranteed to be a Pidgey, and it's always guaranteed to be a guaranteed capture.
Okay. Xerneas and Yveltal are also guaranteed captures. I'm pretty sure.
Are they? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that change in Pokemon. Like, I just remember back to the old days of trying to catch, like,
Groudon?
legendary beasts. Yeah, well, the legendary beast is crazy because they, like, run away, you know, and you throw a Pokeball, you're not going to catch them. You're not... Like, with this, you're like, Ogerpon, once you beat it, it's like...
I'm your friend.
Catch me.
I love Ogerpon so much. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is Ursaluna guaranteed? Oh, it is.
Because you beat it and it goes to like, because it's like the same screen as like the raids.
Sure,
right?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It is.
Where when you beat them, they're sitting there like Soul said, where they're just like dizzy and you can throw anything. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
You can. I guess that's for the people who want to put them in specific Pokeballs. Back in my day, you didn't have a choice. You just were like, catch this thing. I don't care what Pokeball.
One of my most vivid memories.
Back in my day, I had that one moon ball. I threw it at that shiny Noctowl and it busted right out.
Oh man. One of my most vivid memories is like trying to capture like legendary Pokemon in Gen 3 and just like failing. Level 70, wiping out my team, like whiting out, having to reset. So much fun. But all right. I think we got a lot to talk about, but I think what we can start out with is let's do a fun little tier list. I know fans of the show love these so much. I think
it's just a short little boy.
Short little okie dokie, right? I think we're gonna what we want to do is rank, and then also discuss our opinions on all of these new Pokemon. You know, this tier list does have all of the Kitakami Pokemon. We're really only going to be focusing on the new Pokemon, right? So let's, I don't know, Sol, you want to start out with something? You want to do Diplin?
Sure.
How you feeling with Diplin?
Just so you know, we can't see it, so you're gonna have to.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, I can see it. The people can see it.
And you're going to have to not move things around, Dusty.
That's true. If you can't see what I'm doing, the people will know.
And you got A, B, C.
So I got S, A, B, C, D, and that's it. You want F?
We need an F.
I'm gonna add an F. So where would you put Diplin on a tier list?
Oh, actually, you know what? I've done this tier list, and I'm gonna go look at it. But Diplin, I think I would put in A because I really like Diplin. It grew on me a lot. I'm gonna keep these things short because we've talked about them before.
Sure.
But when it pops its little head out, it's like it really grew on me. I can see. When I picture it, it's like the whole Pokemon is when its head is out and it's like a little dragon inside of the apple. And I like the stem. It's like a horn. I like it a lot.
Okay.
It's an A.
Where would you put it?
With the context of Eviolite working on it and us knowing that means it's going to evolve further, it is definitely an A tier Pokemon. Now, if this was the final evolution, it dropped a B for me.
It'd be like C.
See, I'm judging it without the evolution in mind because I'm just like, this Pokemon, what is it? It would still be A. It would still be
me. A. Well, yeah, Applin's an A because for me it's a baby stage, but like that's kind of, to me, that's a big part of it.
That does
like,
matter.
The context of what the Pokemon is. Like if if Metapod was it, Metapod doesn't evolve into Butterfree, it's just Caterpie
You'd
to
be
Metapod.
like,
that's a very boring evolution.
F
tier. This is different than Metapod, though. He is not Metapod.
It kind of is Metapod.
He's not Metapod.
It kind of is
better than Metapod.
You have a bug inside
but I'm just saying the context of knowing this is supposed to be a middle evolution, and that's why it still looks so similar to Applin, whereas Flapple and Appleton have undergone these drastic changes.
Yeah.
Makes it A tier for me.
It's funny what Dusty's saying that he kind of is, because he kind of is. It's like My Diplin is so defensively bulky. It
Oh,
can
he is
take like
bulky.
so many hits, but its attacks just like, what are you doing?
I think. All right. I think this is too similar to Applin to really be that interesting. I'm gonna put it in C tier.
When I look at it, I don't see that anymore. I know exactly what you're talking about, but like its tail is longer and its head is usually popping out, and that's what I see when I look at it. And I use the shiny the whole time, and its shiny is glorious.
That's pretty good.
Well, the good news is that means it's A tier.
No, that means it's in B tier.
No, because A and C makes a B, and then it's another A, so you have it between B and A.
All right. I should have given it a worse score. I don't dislike it. I just think it does feel like it hasn't evolved yet. So I get what Zach is saying. I'm looking forward to seeing what it evolves into. Yeah.
It might be my favorite Pokemon.
It might be, dude.
Generation.
It's cool.
I was about to say of all time.
I mean, maybe of all time though, because like literally not of all time, because I still like Ultra Necrozma and other legendaries more, but like as a basic Pokemon, I don't know. It might top them all. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I really want to see it because I love Flapple so much. If it's anything like that, I'm like next.
And level. I like Appleton a lot too. Flapple's definitely my favorite, but I like Appleton a lot.
See, you guys know I love food Pokemon, and dragons are great, but I do feel like now that we're like so many years away from Generation 8 in the Galar region, I do feel like both of honestly all of Applin's evolutions are kind of underwhelming. I think how is
Flapple underwhelming?
Well, I never liked Flapple. I don't like Flapple at all. I definitely got Appleton, but I thought it was a big Pokemon and it's small. I thought these Pokemon...
It's a dog. It's a puppy.
I would prefer these Pokemon to be more like Drampa, like Turtonator, right? I like these giant...
Let's not get too far into our next generation. we gotta go over.
What I like a lot.
I like how I said let's keep it short.
Yeah. I like dragon Pokemon that are like larger than life, and these Pokemon just don't deliver. But I think Diplin's evolution has that potential. So we'll see. Come back to this video in 2 months, right? Mm-hmm. So where are we putting Arbok on this list? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
So we've got, where is it? Sinnoh. Oh, dude. This tier list that we have doesn't actually have...
Poltergeist?
It doesn't have Poltergeist. Yeah, that's weird. I'll use Lee Vanny.
That is offensive.
I'll use Lee Vanny as like the placeholder.
No, don't use Lee Vanny.
If you're going to use Lee Vanny, then it's going to be S tier.
Yeah, well, it's not Lee Vanny.
Use Lee Vanny. Use... Dang, I sent you a faulty tier list.
Come on,
Dang it, Soul!
Here, I'll use Jirachi. Ew!
This is... All right,
no! I'll use.
I don't care.
I'm gonna use Trevenant because it's Ghost. It's Grass Ghost.
So all right, it's fine, but it hurts my soul.
I know, right?
Because for me, Poltergeist is the F tier. It is.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Bro,
are you serious?
I still hate it to this day because it's the head of a man. It's really literally a Japanese man's head.
Bro, it's really Kylo Ren's mask.
No, he's so ugly.
It's the Kintsugi mask. It's so cool.
I hate that thing.
Oh,
I really don't like it.
It's very easily A tier for me.
Oh my gosh! One of you went too high and the other one went too low.
It's so good.
Ooh.
I think it's so good. It's the best. It is the best version of that whole of even Sinistea and Poltergeist.
Is so much better.
No, I like those Pokemon a lot, but I think Poltergeist does it right. I think I like the shape of it better. I like that it has wistful arms.
That's exactly what I don't like.
It's like Haunter.
I like that it holds that little thing that it beats.
Dude,
with its pinky up.
It's a little French. It's a little French
Canadian.
I
do like that about it. I like the flying hands, but the face, the head is.
I'll never.
The
forget.
head is great. Buy your merch.
I say I'll never forget, but I forgot who posted it. I think it was Bulbapedia, but they posted when that thing was revealed, like the picture of it, like waving the stick with its little pinky up.
Really?
And they put bippity boppity, your soul is now my property. I think about it every day.
I like it a lot. I think it's a really good Pokemon.
I say F, you say A.
Why would it be F?
I say C, so it goes to C.
Man, that stinks. Okay, all right, this stinks. It never goes my way. All right,
that's not true. I wanted an F, so
it went my way. Ooh.
All right, well then, so this is the issue that I'm having with you right now. If it is F tier, what is its evolution?
Yeah, it is an issue. It grew on me a lot. I like it. It's weird how I like it, but I do. I don't love it. It's early, right? So I don't know where to exactly put this guy.
Yeah.
But on my personal tier list, I have him in B, which is crazy.
Wow,
that's
is
insane,
wild.
man.
That is.
I'm just like, wild. Is he in B because I like him, or because, it's weird. It's like,
are you using him? Is it on your team?
It was for a little bit.
Okay.
But then I was like, eh.
Okay.
He's still not that awesome. He's very low B. It's just like, so when I do tier lists, it's weird because C is like indifference.
Yeah.
But I'm not indifferent to it. I like it, but I don't like it enough to put it high. So I'm like, is D where it should be?
So it would be like a C plus B minus if we had those.
Yes.
I just don't understand how you like it more than Poltergeist. That explain that to me.
It's its own like Pokemon. Poltergeist is like a literal head of a human.
I
don't like the head of the human aspect. Like if they just didn't give him hair on the sides and change the colors around.
I don't see it.
I would have liked it more. But
so do you live alone, Soul?
No.
What?
Okay, I imagine that whoever you live with is very aggravated when you're going out and picking out new dishes or something. So no, this one's the head of a man. You see this? This is hair.
Yeah.
That I don't know. We're not.
He's
having
holding
that in my
like
house.
a LaCroix set. It's like a new gift. He's like, no, this won't do.
This is kind of how I am actually in real life.
I bet.
You're not even wrong. You're not even wrong.
I was just because I'm like, it's a freaking pot, and he's calling it
a man.
It's a tea caddy, and he's calling it a man. He must every time he goes, no, we're not getting those candles. Look at the way they present themselves. That's a man.
Oh
it's
my
a smiley
God.
face
I don't
on
say like
candle.
it's a man to everything, but I do say stuff like that. About,
okay,
like,
well,
I don't
so
like
my
that
headcanon
shape
is that you say it's a man.
Okay.
I like to think that you're at the grocery store and like you're picking out, like hamburgers or something. You're like, no, that one looks like a man. I'm not eating that.
That's fair enough. Anyway, Sinistra, like, he was a little man. He still is, but it just grew on me. I don't know. I did a completely.
He's a little goober man.
I think.
Yeah, it just turned around for me. I don't know why.
I think I would like Sinistra. Is that what we're calling it?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like Sinistra if it was holding the mixer instead of wearing it like a mop.
Like,
right?
Yes, I agree.
Like if it was holding it and it had its pinky up, I would love it.
It needs something for its head. That's the main problem because it's just like then I really wouldn't like it because it's just like a blobby thing.
So you
so
you don't like the art on a cup, right? Because it looks like hair, but you like this even though it looks like hair.
Soul, is this a man?
Soul, is this a man?
Oh my God.
It kind of is. I would like it even more if it didn't have the feet too. Like if it was just in the bowl.
About this is the man, dude. I don't understand.
He's a little guy in a cup. You don't see him?
No, I don't see it. All right, so I'm putting Sinistra. I think I'm putting Sinistra. Honestly, the more I look at it, I think if it just didn't have the thing on its head, I think I would like it a little bit more. I'm gonna put it in D because it's unique.
I would put it in C, so it goes to C.
Oh my gosh, that's fitting.
So far, the placements are exactly where I'd have them, like on my own personal one. So I'm pretty happy.
Like on the opposite ends.
Right.
The reason I say C, just to summarize real quick, is because I still do not like the design, but I am having a lot of fun using it in competitive, so it has made me like it a little more. So it's like I like the mon, I don't like the design, so it's just somewhere in the middle for me. So C.
All right.
Fair. Overall, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I love Sinistra. Like I need it. Nope.
Yeah, it's not an S tier by any means.
All right, where would you guys put Ursaluna, the new Blood Moon Ursaluna form? Which
this one is interesting.
Yeah,
it's actually interesting because the more I used it, the more I was like,
dude, that's it. That's what I said that last week to you guys, and you both told me I was crazy. It doesn't move that much in the game. I don't think it's that enjoyable to play with.
He's supposed to be like that though,
solid,
right?
I guess.
Yeah,
like a zombie.
Yeah,
but
he's been through it.
It doesn't have as much personality.
He has seen some things.
Yeah. With that eye.
I'm with Lumi a lot because I keep seeing like normal Ursaluna,
and you love it.
Like, yeah, it's so much better.
Ursaluna. And it looks more, especially in Scarlet and Violet. Not so much in Legends actually, but in Scarlet and Violet, it looks like it's not stiff. It looks very like it. When you send it out in battle, it's kind of like crouching, and that's really nice. Dusty, I remember when we battled. the first thing you sent me afterwards was like Samurott looks so good because it too, it's like crouching rather than the like very solid, stiff, just like legs completely straight Samurott.
Totally. Yeah,
Ursaluna's that way too.
This thing's Dex picture looks awesome, but that's like
yes.
That's like about it. I don't know. I still really like it. It's still
oddly enough, I think I'd like it more if it was on all fours.
I do too.
Not me. I do like the change in that way. I wish that regular Ursaluna stood up actually a lot of times. But
which it does when you're on its back, when you're riding it, it does stand up a little bit. It does a little
rear,
it does a little dance.
Yeah.
So
I would put it in low A.
Yeah,
because it's still Ursaluna and it's still a bear, and I love bears a lot.
I wonder if the idea of Blood Moon Ursaluna is so cool. The fact that it's like a standalone evolution, and for the time being, until we have confirmation otherwise, I'm honestly considering this a legendary Pokemon form.
Technically,
right?
It functioned just like one.
Yeah, that's how I'm considering it.
It's the new Rotom or Spiritomb.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not legendary though. It really isn't.
No, yeah. It's just spiritually. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's... Yeah. I know. There's like Twitter conversations about like what is considered a legendary. It's like, it's in the code, and then it's like, well, they said otherwise. Anyways.
Yep.
And I think, I don't know, man. I keep thinking I'm like, I'm getting insecure. Like, am I just a hipster? Is it getting annoying how many videos there are of Blood Moon Ursaluna? Have I just watched all the videos that were really good, and I'm just over it now?
You'll have to come back to it in a little bit and be like, oh, let's see how I feel about this design. I like the design. That's why it's still an A for me. Like, it's still it's still good. It's just I prefer the other one so much more over it. It's just crazy.
I think what it might also be is that like growing, like, I don't use legendary Pokemon because it feels like I just get them and there's no growth to be had, right? I'm not building that relationship with the Pokemon. I'm not building those
but that's
memories.
how all these free DLC Pokemon
exactly, yeah.
It's like DLC, like you don't get to use any of them till the end, and if you do get to use it, it doesn't even evolve.
Yeah.
I think that was one thing that, because this is kind of a review video too.
Totally.
I think that was one thing that Isle of Armor did really well that Teal Mask didn't, was Kubfu. I did feel like I was connected to.
That's a great
he's
point.
Like there with you. I mean, they tried to do that with Ogerpon too, but
I think it works with Ogerpon.
Yours.
It works with Ogerpon.
I think it works with Ogerpon.
I'd say that the general reaction to it shows that it does.
Yeah.
Just things like, I don't know, just like the other Pokemon, I guess they just don't give as much to. I think that was another thing too, was like, Galarian Slowbro was also introduced in Isle of Armor, and it was kind of everywhere, and there even were like cutscenes for Galarian Slowbro and stuff.
Yeah.
And Poltergeist is actually kind of tucked away in Kitakami. You have to kind of hunt for it, Like,
that's funny you said that.
You do not just
I found it right away.
Stumble upon it. Really. I didn't just... If you were following the story and you don't go... Because it's like in Mossville Confluence, right? So it's like...
It's just to the right. It's just...
right corner.
Yeah, it's to the right. Yeah. It's to the right of Masubi Town.
If you don't know that it's there, you like, and
you're not looking. It took me a while. Like I wasn't looking for it. I'm sure I could have found it faster if I was looking for it, but I was just exploring around, and I happened to be in a little bamboo area, and there's a Terra one right in front of me. So I actually, the first one I found too was a Terra one. I hadn't seen a wild one that like wasn't the special Terra one.
Okay.
Yeah. So where would you put Ursaluna though?
I think probably still A. I think it's a sick design.
Okay, so
go A then.
Let's go.
It's good.
And it's above Diplin?
No, not for me.
All right, guys. Honestly, I so you guys can't see this, but I'm just looking at the list of all of these Kitakami, Pokemon, and it's honestly warming my heart. Like, there's a lot of really great Pokemon in this. Like, in this region, I feel like it has its own distinct vibe. It feels like Legends Arceus. Where
they tried to do that for sure.
It's really cool.
I think they could have done a little bit better of a job.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my...
What would you have added?
Criticisms, too. It's not that... They shouldn't have added ones from Paldea. Like, I feel like...
You don't like there's Paldea Pokemon there?
No, I just mean, like, the ones that you can catch in Paldea as well. Like, I don't know, there's just...
What is it?
Once you catch a certain amount of them, you're like... There's not enough of them in this region. You know what I mean? You're like just running around and they're all the same Pokemon, basically.
Oh, you're saying there should be more Pokemon here. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like there were some others that, maybe would have fit really well in Paldea, like, the Nimble line, or in Paldea, Kitakami. The Nimble line would have fit really well there. Okay. I think Dratini would have fit really well there, especially since you get the little Dragonite cutscene when you're flying there.
Especially like up top at the top of the mountain where the wellspring is.
Right. They left out. Like, why? Why would they leave those out?
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is, the reason I'm thinking those is I'm trying to think.
Imagine seeing salamence.
What to me gives me like very Japanese vibes, and then I thought, well, that upper right part of Paldea has the low kicks and the Dratini, and it felt very, so I wish they had done the same. Is Psyduck and Golduck in the Kitakami decks?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I feel like it is.
Is it on that list, Dusty?
It's not on the list.
So.
Then it isn't.
No.
So I mean, that would have been a good one too.
No, because that could be a returning Pokemon. These are like the new Pokemon.
Oh, I thought they had returning Pokemon. Oh, okay.
Right, like the Pokemon.
I see what you mean.
The Pokemon from Gen 9 aren't right.
Yeah, so they don't like have Maushold or anything.
Right,
exactly. No. Yeah,
it's just the new ones.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I don't remember seeing Golduck, but I feel like
you know what? I think I do remember seeing Psyduck now.
Yeah, in the water. Man, it just it makes me so happy to see Politoed and Gligar.
That is true.
And
they were all good.
Noctowl, Ariados. Oh,
there were so many that were really good. There were just some that I think like you could have added to also have been really good.
It needed a little more. It needed more.
Well, here's the thing, and we'll get it
running into the same ones.
We're gonna detour a little bit from the decks, but I was doing a little bit of sleuthing. You guys can't see this right now, but I just Googled Kitakami, right, in Japan, and you see the area, and I feel like is this common knowledge that the Kitakami region is literally based on the Kitakami region of Japan, the real life?
Well, it's not a region, it's a city. Yeah.
City,
and
okay.
But it's based on Tohoku, which I believe Kitakami is in.
Yeah. So what and when you zoom in there, right, like in the Pokemon Kitakami, there's like that river, right? That there's like 3 rivers, I believe, and what people are seeing, right, what listeners are seeing right now, is there are those 3, forks of a river, going throughout Kitakami.
These are spoilers for my tweets to come, but
oh, okay,
it's like a literal 1-to-1.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not literal, but very close.
But
Kitakami, it's crazy.
But what I was gonna say is I think this is supposed to be a small region, right? If we look at the rest, and again, you guys can't see this, but listeners on the screen, you will be able to see this, right? If we were to look at the rest of Japan, right, like this whole area is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure this whole area is supposed to be Japan and Kanto and Johto. This whole massive region is supposed to be the Hoenn region. Kitakami is really just this small little area. So I think it's supposed to be tiny. It's supposed to be tiny, and there's not supposed to be. I think it's fitting that there's only a select amount of Pokemon living there.
It's more just about like stuff to do, like
sure.
More Pokemon.
Onita and the Wistful Fields would have been really good.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
I do remember my wife was playing the Timeless Woods part with Ursaluna, and obviously this couldn't appear there because it's a regional variant, but she was like, man, Galarian Ponyta here would look so good.
That's cool, yeah. That would have been sweet.
It is very Glimwood.
I think some of the successes of Kitakami is the aesthetic, which is what we're talking about. I think, and we can get back to this tier list if you guys want to. Just button it up. I'm just trying to like make this a little bit more interactive. I don't know. What are some? I kind of lost my train of thought. What are some of the other successes that you guys think the DLC has? Because there's a lot of downsides.
The story was good.
Yeah, I thought the story was good.
I know there's a lot of varying opinions on that, but I like that it wasn't a bland story. It was a dynamic story, right?
Yeah.
Like there were actual it wasn't Lysander, the guy who literally has red hair and looks exactly like a Team Flare member, and them try to go, wait, what?
Yeah.
Lysander's the villain?
Yeah.
There was none of that. Instead, it actually was like, oh wow, so the Loyal 3 actually are which I think a lot of people guessed beforehand. But if you were going in blind, you would not have. I don't think you would have called, "Oh, the Loyal 3 are definitely evil," But then, so that was kind of a cool reveal. The reveal that, not the reveal per se, but the stuff with Kieran, where he starts out this really sweet kid, and he's, very kind and stuff, and he's even always talking about how, oh well, I don't think the ogre's all that bad, I'd be his friend and all this. But then like by the end of it, he is just like, I mean, he hates your guts. Like,
for sure.
They don't do that kind of stuff in Pokemon, especially with which I imagine we'll get resolution to that in Indigo Disc.
Mm-hmm.
But like, honestly, I'm proud of Pokemon for ending Teal Mask with him hating your guts.
Yeah,
I like that they did it. Instead of
like we got our mean rival back.
Him and he's like, oh, actually, I'm sorry, buddy, old pal. Here's 50 hyper potions.
Let me heal. And let me heal your team before you battle.
It'll probably happen in
too.
Right, but that's fine because they made me wait on it. You know what I mean? They didn't just like quickly resolve it. I don't mind a character turning around their opinions on you. I mean, in a way, Silver does that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's an arc.
Yeah, I agree. I love that. I'm super mixed on the story. I was thinking like I'd be mostly negative this video or this episode, but to think about the like pros, I think that Carmine and Kieran are like probably two of the best written characters in all of Pokemon. Like I think that the entire storyline, I haven't felt like that attached, even in like the like the Sword and Shield DLC. It wasn't that attached.
No, the Sword and Shield DLC, you weren't connected to the characters. I didn't feel like, and even then, like you said, Calyrex, that's the Pokemon. Like, the characters you certainly didn't care about.
Yeah, but I feel like that almost for all games. I feel like even when you're going back to like looking at Black and White, just the whole pixel idea of it doesn't connect you as much. But with this, I'm like looking at their faces. I'm seeing like,
and they did a really good job of like focusing the camera on. It's not on a real camera, but focusing on like their body language, right? The whole time we were making jokes about it, but Carmine like literally shakes. She's always making that same reaction, and
she's amazing.
And you start to you start to like understand how she would actually operate if there was voice acting, right?
Yeah, they're like one step away from it. To be honest, that was a big pro for me, like their whole thing. And I hate Kieran. He is probably one of my.
I don't know how you could say that, man.
I hate him so
I don't know how you could
much.
say that.
Yes.
Listen, people that like
I'm
Kieran,
so glad someone else is saying that.
Why would you hate him?
Like
He's
Kieran,
obviously
they
bullied.
Have problems, I think. Like if anyone can relate to Kieran, you might be a psycho.
Bro,
like the dude is a psychopath.
You are a sociopath.
No, guys. Me liking him as a character doesn't mean I like endorse being a psychopath, right?
Yeah, no. I like
It doesn't mean I like resonate with him.
Character.
Yeah.
But I don't like his character. Does that make sense? They're two different.
Yeah, those are different things.
Trash.
He's a well-written character, but I hate his guts.
Oh, no,
it's not like
listen.
He's not a hop.
I would like to
I feel like he's a victim of bullying
and start throwing hands.
Yeah. I think the violence that he's portraying is definitely not a good thing, but he's also a young person, right? I think that's pretty normal at that age. I'm pretty sure. What is it?
In the French like dub of the game.
Oh, they say his age?
14.
Oh, wow.
They say he's 14.
Yeah, that's the perfect age for puberty to set in, and you don't know what to do with all your like testosterone and rage. You're like, I need to go work out. That's the healthy thing.
What you do?
That's the healthy thing. Go to the gym. Go play baseball or like basketball, right?
Well, they have a gym at the Blueberry Academy.
Yo, he's not using it.
Maybe we'll get there and Kieran will be super jacked and he'll just be like, "Yeah, I just worked out. Sorry about all that, man. I was such a turd back then. Sorry, man."
That's a real thing. He's gotta channel those negative emotions into something productive. That's what needs to happen. But I feel like
he was freaking out on a different level, Dusty. He's like, you know what I mean? Like he was seriously.
You don't think that's just anime? That's just like anime. That's like how it translates.
That's true,
right?
Like I guess, like whenever someone says
no one actually talks like this,
kind of dumb, people fall in the animes. You know?
Yeah, I think I think for me, what I'm reading is that the Generation 9 story theme is all about bullying and interpersonal connections and relationships. It's also I feel like it's also perspective, right? Like the whole idea that the Teal Mask story is this contained thing where Carmen, this was something actually. I saw a couple posts describing how like Carmen has the scarlet hair, right? Which is past, which is tradition. And she's the one holding on to that old tradition of like keeping the secret, right? Where where Kieran actually
like Miss Breyer, you can't be here. I don't want you to. We don't allow outsiders up here.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I respect that though. I respect that. That's their sacred place.
Oh,
She's just like out there trying. She's out there trying to do tests and stuff. I'm like,
nah. Look, I'm gonna say it. What we're all too afraid to say. The people of Kitakami are xenophobic.
That is true. Yeah, that is definitely true. And then so I don't know. Yeah. So there's tons of bullying with Team Star, and I never really felt like that was like fully resolved in a great way. And I also feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm still waiting for an actual villain, right?
Yeah, well, we're all waiting for an actual villain though too.
And that might be Breyer, right? It could be Breyer.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to stay away from too much of the speculation just in this episode, but I don't know. I like Kieran a lot. I think he's been bullied. I think he's a young guy and he's got a like channel that's in some sort of healthy way. In the Pokemon universe, that's Pokemon battling. So hopefully,
I agree.
Hopefully
I
he
have
actually
a
gets.
random question for you all, but I promise it's relevant.
Okay.
Dusty, you want kids one day, yeah?
Yes.
Soul, do you?
Yes.
Okay, you do. I actually right now, I mean, I'm 22. I'm sure I'll change my mind at some point, but I do not. So maybe I was going to say maybe that's the difference. Is like
you're still a kid.
You're like he's a kid, and that's totally valid.
He is a kid.
I hate kids.
Well, that might not change too much. Kids are a little hard.
Yeah,
to deal
they
with,
are a lot.
I have a 4-year-old. I have a 4-year-old brother. He's 3. He'll be 4 in October. And love him to death. I don't like teenagers. Teenagers are just mean.
We were all teenagers, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look back and I'm like, wow, I hate that guy.
Yeah, because teenagers are just literally okay. For the teenagers watching this, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you for watching.
Not all. It is not exclusively teenagers suck.
I felt like I was a decently mature teenager. Like I was like, my friends were doing a bunch of stupid stuff, and I was just like, hey, we shouldn't do this.
Dude, I was the same way. So I was the same way.
I think I was. A lot
they take it too far. And I'm like,
myself
I'm
as
not.
A teen,
I'm
but
going
I don't
home.
think I.
But no, you're right, because once you get older, especially like a lot older, you look back and you're like, man, when I was a teenager, I didn't even know anything about life or
100%.
anything. I was literally
and I always thought I was right.
But you thought you did. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You're like, I was a teenager, but I was literally a child in a like more adult body. Yeah. That's what a teenager is to me. Like you think that you're actually an adult, but you're still like figuring life out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And totally.
Again, not all teenagers suck. I'm sure many of you if you're watching the Hidden Power podcast and you're a teenager, you already rock.
Yeah. I mean,
our analytics say it's about like 5% of you, 10% of you. I think
that's higher than I thought it'd be, to be honest.
I remember when I was maybe like 17, 18, I started like a gardening business where I would do like landscaping and gardening, and I was busting my butt all summer long. And I'm still living with my parents, right? I'm about to go to college, and I remember like saving up maybe like $2,000, and I was like convinced. I'm like, the thing that will make me happy, right? And I'm relating this to Kieran in Ogerpon, right? I had convinced myself that the reward for this would be I'm going to buy like a crap car, a hunk of junk, right? But I can buy it with $2,000 and then I'll have a car. And my dad was like, you're not doing that. It's a waste of money. Save the money. You're not getting a crap car, right? And I remember being so overwhelmed and exhausted. I remember crying. Like I was so mad.
Anger cry.
I'm so mad. I was so mad. And obviously looking back, I'm glad I didn't do it. It would have been, literally wouldn't have, there would have been no.
Usually know what's best.
Yeah, there would have been no value to that, right? It was a good decision not to buy it. And I'm looking at Kieran in the same way, where he thinks he wants Ogerpon and he wants to own it, right? That's like some Team Rocket level stuff.
That's a lot of like, you have so many emotions when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Like, your like hormones are everywhere. And
I think like the difference is like the reason I was not a big fan of Kieran coming out of it was because, like Dusty, like you're saying in that scenario, you thought it was a good idea to get that car. You look back now and you're like, nah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But see, to me, Kieran knows it's a bad idea to get Ogerpon.
Does he?
He says, I know it's selfish, but I want Ogerpon.
Yeah, he's like, I want it.
He says, he acknowledges, I know this is selfish of me.
The awareness is good.
Yeah. Now, again, we've talked a little bit about rumors and stuff and how, we might think he might be a little influenced by something. And when that comes out, if that comes out, then I'll be forgiven. But as of right now, that was just Kieran, and so I can punch a 14-year-old in the face.
That's like the ring. That's like the allure of the ring of Lord of the Rings, right? Which I've always seen that as. I was
thinking like the ring, like the horror film.
Maybe, maybe
the one ring to rule them all. That one.
I've always seen that as an analogy or an analog to like addiction in a way, right? Even though you're doing it bad, something like maybe consciously it's a problem.
Very similar here.
Yeah. So I don't know. I give him a lot of forgiveness.
I could tie that in multiple ways. Like obviously the whole ring thing just ties into the toxic chains, and like if there's like a Pokemon behind it, like so in that one scene, Carmine's like, this also says that she's basically not a teenager. She's probably like 18 or something, but she's like, I didn't act like that when I was a teenager or something along those lines.
Yeah, but she's a different person.
Yeah, she's like, I don't remember acting like that. And she asks you, like, did you act like that, or is that weird? And the answers are like, I don't know, or like, that's really not normal, or something like that, along those lines. So it's like maybe they're not hinting at this just being teenage angst, like it
could be true.
Yeah, they want you to be thinking this is something else.
That's true, and they do show you like, I mean, we also have access to like their grandparents. And I mean, that's also a completely different part in their lives, but still, that's
it's
another.
Also like, where are their parents?
Yeah, right.
What happened to their parents?
Right? Maybe that maybe that's why they have all the angst.
Yeah, because both of them.
Are y'all familiar with the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes. Yeah. Where are we going with this?
There is a scene where two
Rumham.
I actually, I mean, I won't get many references. I've seen a few clips here and there.
Okay, right.
But there is a clip I've seen. It was probably the first clip I ever saw, where the two guys, I think their bike was stolen or something by a kid, and they go down there and they actually beat up these children. And I just think that maybe we need to send those characters to Kitakami. Because I think the children of Kitakami could use a good old
some discipline.
I disagree.
Discipline in their lives. No, I gotta say though, going back on topic, like I love like Carmine's story arc though too, because at the end she's like, you know what, this is great. Like you guys are actually good. I had fun. I'm not as xenophobic as before. You know what I mean? She really did. She really was. Like,
maybe foreigners are okay. I don't know.
Yeah, she came around. Like I really liked her story arc too. I feel like it was more about Carmine. A lot of this story was about her. She's with you the whole time.
Yeah,
like she's battling the loyal three with you and all that. So I really liked that. On the flip side of all of this, that's it. That's what I really don't like about this DLC. That was literally it. After the loyal three are revived, the story just goes down. Like there's no climax. I was like, wait, nothing? Like we just kind of go.
We just watched Pokemon Rise from the Dead, and the entire village is just like, oh, yay, they're back. No one's gonna question this?
Yeah. That was the most interesting part of the whole DLC was when they were revived, and that was it. I was waiting for something else at the end, but there was nothing at the end. It just ends. It's just like
I didn't even like they didn't even like say, unless I missed it. They don't even like say, oh yeah, by the way, Pheasantipity, Okidogi, and Monkey Dory seem to be hanging out in those spots again. If you want to go catch them, they don't acknowledge them at all.
I just assumed
and they just happened to be there.
Yeah, they just ran off, and that was it for them. And that's basically it. Was really
it feels like there. Yeah, it feels like there's some more questions to be answered. And thankfully, we have another DLC.
There was no bad guy. There was no nothing. Like Kieran was like, okay, I'm selfish. Even the whole Kieran thing.
Well, the bad guy
just evil from there on out. But
the Pokemon were the bad guys, right?
I mean, he doesn't really come back around. You don't see him after your battle where he says like, I'm being selfish, and like Carmen's like, oh, he's held up in his room, and then they have a little cutscene where he's like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
I kind of like that.
I did like that.
The Pokemon are the bad guys. I kind of like that because that reminds me of Giratina, right? We have like, what other Pokemon are bad guys? Mewtwo, Giratina.
Is
maybe
Giratina a bad guy?
Yeah.
I just wish they were more bad
or
guys. Or
it's an antagonist.
They were just
right?
They're supposed to be what they are. They're like henchmen.
Giratina's misunderstood.
Yeah,
okay, Volo.
All evil Pokemon are misunderstood. That's how it works. It's never like...
Yeah, well, like, even really if we're to believe that Kieran is being influenced by the toxic chain, well, who's to say Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipity were not also influenced by the toxic chain?
Oh, they are. They have the
toxic chain.
Toxic chain. they're like chained. They're slaves to this Pokemon.
I mean, Okie dokie, it's literally like a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're slaves.
Well, because it's a dog.
Pokemon.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, there's a lot of speculation.
There's a lot of fun story implications, but my biggest criticism is that the story was too short and too anticlimactic. There's like nothing going on with it. Another pro I will say though is that how amazing Ogerpon was, and we can go back to the tier list if you want. We can like judge the Ogerpons, but like people thinking it's adorable was amazing. People like it being like sad and scared all the time was adorable.
Yeah. So
Ogerpon was a good character.
Where would we put Ogerpon?
I like the way it walks, like it's strutting, you know. And then when it stands still, it's like doing that thing with its feet.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So where would you put it on the tier list? I like it a lot.
For base, how does it have it divided? Does it have base without the teal mask, or is it just teal mask?
Yeah, it has each mask.
Okay.
You have to judge them by the mask basically, and I mean, because there's 4 of them.
Well, how about this? It's not here, but like, where would you place Ogerpon without a mask?
Ogerpon without a mask, I would say, is an A tier Pokemon.
Yeah, me too. What do you guys want me to use? I'm going to use
pure grass type.
Something cute.
There is no pure grass type.
There isn't?
There is...
Well, that's offensive.
Yeah, there's not. I could use...
Use a C-Dot.
Yeah, I'll use Shiftry. That makes sense.
That's good actually because it's like Oni like.
Yeah. All right, so Shiftry.
Oh yeah, I'd say A for sure. She's adorable. What else can you say? It's
just adorable. I think I just didn't think I was gonna like it.
I don't. The body still doesn't.
No, the body's cute.
I said this on my channel, and
it's got arms
here. If you don't like Ogerpon, you are a sociopath.
Come on, Saul. It's just a man.
No, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. I love Ogerpon. But yeah, the one without the mask is just adorable.
Yeah.
As for the other masks, the Wellspring is life.
All right, where would you put the Wellspring?
It's an A as well.
Okay.
Like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go S with that.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of built that up just for A.
No, these are. I mean, it's still. There's still something about Ogerpon that is just like not a top design for me, but I still love it. It's still adorable.
I'm kind of there with you. I think it feels complete.
I would say A as well.
Yeah, what would put it over the top? Maybe if it felt a little bit more like it had a better
body.
Yeah,
I think if it had a bigger change with the masks, maybe like
possibly.
I mean, it's a small Pokemon.
It still looks like a little.
You can do with it, but like I don't know,
fairy.
Yeah, and also it would have been kind of cool if they maybe found a way to make it showcase because with each mask it gets a stat buff.
Does it
when it terras? Yeah, okay. For its embody aspect ability. So it would have been nice if maybe they did something that made it focus more on those stat changes, like how the Deoxys formed. If I told you one's focused on defense, one's normal, one's speed, one's attack, and I laid them in front of you, you could pick out which one's which. Because they look more defensive, more speedy, So I guess I wish that maybe they had done something similar. It doesn't even have to be that drastic, but something similar with Ogerpon.
I'm still struggling with the fact that the base form is grass type, and then the teal mask is also... Actually, that is the type, right? It's just...
That's basically its base form, though. It just... The
teal mask is its base in battle, but in lore, that doesn't make any sense because the teal mask was a gift that it got. Why did the other masks give it a new type?
Maybe because it was the first one, you know what I mean?
Or maybe it's like
he improved upon his work with the other mask that came later.
Yeah, maybe
I honestly just think that it's a grass type mask and it's a grass type Pokemon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's the Terra type. It's the Terra grass type.
Well, that and also, initially it shows the Ogerpon's buddy, that man who was with it, wearing the mask. So it may not have had properties that were too special, like that gave it an extra type because it was made for a human.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense either that, that it loses that mask. It drops it and you have it for like half the time. So what type is it? Is it just regular little grass Ogerpon? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because it can't be double grass.
Outside of it,
it just can't be double grass.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense. So
for that one, for the teal mask, I have that one in B. I'm judging also with their like Terra mask forms as well. Like I'm thinking about that in the back of my mind because I really like.
They just seem like big versions.
Teal mask. Yeah, but the teal mask one is so much better. I love the like horns that are sticking out like that. It's so much cooler. So that's why it's a B.
I would literally put them all in A tier with the exception of one.
Don't say the rock type.
No, he's gonna say the water.
I love the cornerstone mask.
Yeah, me too.
He's gonna say the water. I know him.
Oh, you're gonna put it in S tier?
The water is A tier. The cornerstone mask is S tier.
Whoa!
Wow.
I
love the
I don't really agree, but I do love the blue on gray. It's a cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's very tiki looking. I love it.
I don't like it as much anymore, especially with the like Terra mask thing and like the hair.
You don't like the dreads because it's a man.
I don't like it. I really don't like it, but I like the mask well enough. I have it in B though. It's just a B for me. It's below the teal one.
All right, so wait, what?
It's cool.
I like it. I'm confused. So we got base form without a mask is A tier.
Yep.
And I'd put
Where would you put teal mask?
Teal mask, I'd probably put they all are kind of the same for me. I think the teal mask is the least exciting because it's the same type, and we've also been looking at it all year. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of fine with it. Soul suggested B tier, and I'm kind of like, yeah, that's fine.
So then it would go B. What about Wellspring for you, Dusty?
Wellspring is A. I think
and that goes A.
The fire one is A.
The fire one, I said A. What about you, Soul?
The fire one is a D, struggling to be like it's gonna be an F.
What?
Dude, it does kind of look like Gyarados.
I do not like that face. I don't like it. I with all of these, if they all had noses, like I would not like them, and this is the one that has a nose.
Yeah.
The fire one goes to B then, since Dusty and I said A, but Soul said D, which is absurd, man.
D. The only reason it's not an F is because Ogerpon is a good Pokemon.
Which is fine too, because the fire one's the most like competitive one.
So fire's an A, and then he said D, and then where does that go?
It goes B.
Oh my gosh. And then
the rock one, I said B.
Yeah, I think the
rock
one, I'd probably put it
so
in A.
far as an A. I think it goes A.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
That's fair though. That's fair.
I think it's a good Pokemon. I think it's cool. I like
the big mask too.
I was playing earlier today.
Cradily, had another grass rock. Is it just Cradily in this thing?
It might be just Cradily. I think no, it's not. Yeah, Torterra's ground type. I like, so is there anything here? We have the classic fire, water, grass, and then rock. Why rock? And then I thought of Brock and his Onyx.
I think it was just because they wanted defensive, and that's a very defensive sounding type.
Yeah.
That is something that I have a little qualm with. It's just like
random.
We gave another Pokemon another form instead of this. Like, did we really need 4 of these?
No, I guess no. What it is it earth? Yeah, it's earth, water, fire, air, and then
there's no air. That'd be flying. It'd just be like
but the Oni, the grass Oni. Yeah, maybe.
I really think it's just because.
Well, that's what it is. It's the different forms of nature, right? Like it is a grass type. It is nature itself, but then the different elements of nature.
You have destruction, fire, water, and then earth.
Yeah, kind of. There's probably multiple expressions, but there's no official.
Yeah, and that was another thing too. Was it was supposed to be like different expressions? Like the fire one's angry, the water one's sad, and then the ground one's happy.
Yeah, I don't think it ties up with the seasons.
I mean,
I don't think it ties up with the seasons. I know the what was it? I was listening back to one of our older episodes about how the Ruinous Quartet symbolize seasons. Lumi had brought that up. I thought that was really interesting. All right, so we have a pretty good placement here, and then we also got to rank. It's been a little while. We got to rank the Loyal 3.
I like ranking them because it's changed so much since the original.
It has.
The seeing them in game made it so much better for all 3.
Yeah, okie
dokie. I really liked Pheasantipity.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
It doesn't even show up. No images show up. That's weird. Pokemon.
Okie dokie would be C tier for me.
Yeah, Okie dokie is pretty cool. I still think he's cool.
I
don't understand the tail.
That's good. That's an improvement.
The tail is like a squirrel. Yeah, I don't like it.
So where would you put it?
That's a very big improvement.
I said
for
C.
Me, yeah, he said C.
Where would you put it, Soul? There's so many grass types.
Yeah, they are.
So if you say S, I'm going to go down to Florida and throw this at you.
You ready? For me,
Settle
Okidogi
down,
is
Kieran.
my favorite Pokemon of this entire DLC. Okidogi is S. Is S.
Oh my gosh!
It is
Driving to
the
Florida.
one.
So I'll see you in about 10 hours.
All right,
Okidogi
see ya.
somehow changed everything and climbed he just struggled the whole way up, and he's like in my favorite.
I don't
Gen
understand.
9 Pokemon.
You like the tongue? He looks like a man.
I love the tongue. I love the tongue.
I feel like Soul.
It's a dog. This might be my favorite dog Pokemon. Period.
He has a squirrel tail.
Dude, what?
I love the tail. He's a Shiba. He's a Akita.
He's not. He's a man.
He is a little man. Like I will admit, it's very Incineroar vibes, but it's more like a cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I like no, totally true. It's like it's emphasized.
I'll send you some pictures later.
It's emphasized and stylized in all the right ways. It's not like Incineroar where it looks like a mascot suit. It actually looks. Yeah. It looks.
He doesn't have weird muscles.
Yeah. So he says S and Lumi says C.
And what do you say?
I don't know. I gotta start guessing first.
Always.
You guys definitely influence me because I see both sides.
Yeah, it's not right.
Sorry. Right. I'm sorry.
Squirrel tail, Dusty. Squirrel tail.
Yeah, I don't know.
Squirrel tail's awesome.
So I haven't captured them in the game yet. I did battle them. I think they're all just kind of meh to me. I don't really care. I think the biggest intrigue is the toxic chain, which we don't really know too much about yet. I'm really curious to see like what these Pokemon might have looked like before the toxic chain, before they were revived, right? And I know there's art depictions of that. I don't know. To me, I don't think I quite understand their origins enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Just seeing like when they were revived in game, they looked awesome.
Yeah,
they looked awesome in their battles. They grew on me. They fit so much as what they're supposed to be, which is like henchmen. Yeah. They're just like the grunts.
Yeah, that's true.
This group.
Yeah, that's true.
It works so well.
It's Team Aqua, Team Magma, and Team Rocket right here. That's true.
All right, pick a tier for Okidogi.
All right, I'm gonna say honestly for Okidogi specifically, I'm gonna say B tier.
All right.
So that brings it to
go between S and C will be between A and B. So B.
All right. Okay. And then sorry, man. And then you guys got Dipplin. So now I'm hovering over Monkey Dory.
He's F.
Yeah.
B. He didn't raise any.
D tier.
He stayed the same, bro.
D.
He looks so much better in
looks
in game.
He looks better, but he's still just so
bad.
You guys, I wish I had a record of the amount of times that I've added him to a thumbnail and then looked at it being like, no one's gonna click on this, and then I immediately take it off. I've done that like 5 or 6 times. Just over the year.
That's just because it's a thumbnail. That doesn't mean.
I think that makes a difference. I think that makes a difference.
Where do you have him, Lumi? That he is raised from F to where?
B.
Wow.
He said F. I said D, so it goes to D.
Gosh, he's a monkey. He's really gross. He's a monkey with a baboon butt, and he's got like a gigantic.
But he likes Chimchar.
Yeah, I like monkey Pokemon. It's funny, I hate monkeys in real life, but I love monkey Pokemon.
I actually, with like A-Drive's recent post about like the worst starter, like first stage, I looked at Chimchar and I was like, ew.
Chimchar's not great. I think we talked about that.
I'm not a big Chimchar fan. It's Monferno.
Monferno's cool. Monferno's really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever just looked really close at Chimchar?
Chimchar's not good.
Like I never liked Chimchar. When I was picking my Sinnoh starters, it was between Piplup and Turtwig, like way back as a kid, and Chimchar didn't come into the equation until I learned about Infernape.
Yeah, Chimchar's weird.
For sure. Anyway.
The anime also helped with Monferno and Infernape.
So he goes to F?
For me, for Lumi, it's
Lumi
B.
I think there's still something there that I like, so I put him in D.
D. All right. So it would go D.
Yeah, and then so Lumi puts Pheasantipity in S tier.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. Where'd you
put
it?
Go A.
A tier, okay.
A. That's fair though. It grew on me so much as well. I don't like how fat they made it in the game, but
it is kind of fat.
It's plump.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's not that it's fat. It's just the body.
It's the kind of turkey
it's like Gen 4. It's like a Gen 4 model where it's like round, rather than looking like a body.
Yeah, I don't
It
think
looks
it's
like
what
an
it's
egg.
supposed to look like. That's what my problem is.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is not modeled correctly.
Yes.
Because in the art, it doesn't look like that. But I really like when it's got its wings down and like folded.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. It's actually my favorite fairy type of this generation. So that's one thing.
How is Skarmory not on the teal mask?
Wowzers.
Yeah. No, it's still a B though for me. It's like high B.
Yeah. I think the design feels, I like the design even if it wasn't in the Loyal 30, if it was just a standalone Pokemon, I think I would like it. None of these feel legendary, which by the way, they are legendary, right?
True.
We didn't even mention that. I think, dude, they're
legendary henchmen.
Listen, they're legendary because they've been revived. This is my same argument for Ursaluna, right? If Ursaluna was brought back to life, which actually it wasn't. It just has survived a long time.
Yeah.
But and we don't know that it survived a long time.
Yeah.
Perrin has implied that Ursaluna still is around today, just rare. So Ursaluna could have come from wherever Ursaluna lived today. You know, like, and it's, I mean, it definitely has been through some stuff to go through that drastic of a change. Just it may not be from the days of his Sui.
Yeah. I think, all right, so Pheasantipity, I'll put it in B tier.
That's where I got it.
It's still kind of boring. Like, it's pretty. I like it.
B.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing pretty good. Is that all of them?
That's all of them.
I mean,
wow.
Just a little taste of the. Let's give you want to give them a teaser of the Gen 5 tier list. Where would we put Leaf Annie?
No.
You got to save it.
No, I haven't thought of an argument for how I'm going to get it in S tier.
Yeah. You're writing a dissertation.
We're not prepared for it yet.
Yeah. So this is pretty good. We didn't even need the F tier, truthfully.
That's not true. But
Soul did.
Yeah, Soul needed it.
I wanted Poltergeist and Monkey Dory in there.
On my personal list, I have none in the C tier, which is interesting.
Oh no, we did rank Sinistcha and Poltergeist as masterpiece forms.
S tier.
They're a pretty good little group of Pokemon, I'd say. I wish there was more still, but it is a DLC. It's crazy how far we've come. You know, there used to be no new Pokemon in
one or two more evolutions would have been very nice. I saw someone commented.
But, yeah.
Someone commented on, I can't remember if it was one of our Hidden Power videos or if it was just a video on my channel, but someone commented, how upsetting was it to see no blink slot after Mightyana or Noctowl?
I know, seriously. Or Gligar, or...
They understood.
No, Gligar
Magcargo.
Gliscor's great. Magcargo, though, I'll give you.
Yeah. You guys want to take a break, and then we'll get into the rest of our review for the Teal Mask, and then maybe some rumors?
Sure, do that.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're enjoying this episode, please consider supporting Hidden Power on Patreon or YouTube channel members. Right now, we have 4 tiers, and the lowest membership starts at just $5 a month. Supporters get access to our secret Discord server and help control the direction of the podcast. Supporters also get access to our archive of bonus episodes.
Okay, so our Discord, honestly, is popping. We have other creators in there, too, which is kind of fun. It ain't just the 3 of us. We're discussing leaks when they drop. We talk about news. We'll be talking about how Soul Silver Art has, just garbage takes.
It's so much fun.
It's a place for us to connect.
I'm in there every day. Also, we have revamped our merch store. So proud of every product that is in this store now. We have stickers, t-shirts, mugs, ball caps, right? The dad caps. These ball caps are embroidered. Look at this. It's literally an embroidered.
So clean.
You cannot get anything more high quality than that.
I just got news. Do y'all hear that? Bulbasaur says that he even has his own merch.
I'll talk for him. It's beautiful. Very cool designs. You guys should check it out.
Very Japanese style.
Even the front of the shirt has a unique logo.
I'm getting one for sure.
If you're invested in this show, invest in the show. Thank you so much for watching, and now back to the video. So the Teal Mask has been a lot of fun, but there's still a lot of questions that we have, that I have at least personally. I look at the giant ogre mountain, right? Why is it shaped like an ogre? That might just be a Pokemon thing. But then also, what about the pool at the top of the mountain, right? It's very clearly there is terrestrialization crystals in the water. I'm sure there's plenty of implications of where that water would end up and how that would affect the region. I think it's really interesting to think that somewhere across the globe might have terrestrialization crystals. That's what we're calling them, or I guess terra crystals. Where else could these Terra crystals be, right? Are they going to be at the Blueberry Academy in the Indigo Disc? Could these crystals possibly be in the Unova region? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if they're in Blueberry Academy, then they're in the Unova region.
Yeah, that's true. But
what about mainland?
For your first question, why it's shaped like an ogre, I think that's just like, I don't think they'll explain it. I don't think it's like necessarily from a Pokemon or anything. Though I do really love a video that I did with Toby on how it was like a fallen giant or whatever.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's cool. That's cool. It's like a bone structure.
Right, but like. I think it's just supposed to be a reference to how, like, in a lot of depictions of Momotaro, the Oni Island that they visit is, it looks like that. Yeah, like, literally identical. But for the second thing, for the Terra Crystals everywhere, I think what this is Game Freak doing, and I think this is very wise of Game Freak at that, is I think, so, you know, with Mega Evolution, you just need a stone, right? Like, you have a stone, and then the Pokemon have a Mega Evolution stone for it to happen. So that could exist anywhere. Z crystals, they're just crystals, so, you know, hypothetically, if they start selling them in another region, we could have Z-Moos there. But, like, Dynamax...
be the same thing that I'm
thinking. Yeah, maybe it will be.
Yeah,
hopefully it will. Great minds think alike, I hope. Yeah. But Dynamax is tied to the region. Like, you know, it's tied to Galar. It's in, like, their soil and stuff. And Terrastal was the same way. But I think just showing, hey, but Terrastal crystals and Terrastal, the gimmick itself, also exists over here on the other side of the world. I think that's just a way to set up if they ever wanted to go back to the Terrastal gimmick and Gen 11, 12, 59, I don't know. They wanted to go back to it, but now we're in Norway. Well, it's okay. We can just say, well, there's Terra crystals here, so the Terrastal the Terrastal phenomenon still exists there, you know. But for Blueberry Academy, I don't think it's there because Briar talking about how she wants Terrastal to exist. She wants to find a way to make it exist in other regions. I feel like that is Briar saying she wants to find a way to make it happen in Unova. And maybe they found a way to make it happen at the Blueberry Academy, like, solely. Like, in the same way that, like, they have changed the weather and the environments to where Alola forms can live. But that doesn't mean that Alola forms can live in Unova. That just means they can in the terrarium. Exactly. So I think that's the same thing. Like, they exist in the terrarium, but she wants more than that. She wants it to be in Unova. All of it.
I'm going to work backwards from what he said because I agree. I got a lot, Dusty. Hold on. So from the Blueberry Academy, I think that those, you know, like the cubes in the terrarium?
Yeah.
Terrarium, whatever it is.
They're like artificial Terra crystals.
Yeah, they're across the entire thing. I think that those are like what they created to make, it's an artificial Terra crystal basically. Because we know for a fact that you can terrastalize in.
Yeah, we've seen it in the trailers. Yeah.
So that's got to be the reason because the crystal pool is clearly a natural way that it happened, but this is an artificial way. And I think you're right. I think she wants to bring it to the whole world, maybe not even just Unova. Then I have like a whole nother huge theory on all the other stuff. Basically, the crystal pool. I know a lot of us have thought that Kieran is under the influence of the toxic chain stuff. I don't know why we hide things on the show. I just should say, but anyway. Anyway.
Well, we haven't really talked about spoilers in this episode, so I think it's good.
We haven't. So
there's a lot of people who come in who don't know us from Twitter, so I think it's good that we hide stuff.
It's true. Anyway, I think that there is this other possibility, okay, and it is a very realistic possibility. I haven't done this theory on Twitter yet, but I'm going to, which our friend Hybrid Hero actually had a really similar idea to this, that those crystals are in the teal mask, and because they're the same Terra crystals, whatever. Kieran had the teal mask when he punched the monument of the Loyal 3, and at the crystal pool, when you go there, you read it, and it says, these crystals can like do something with the dead, like you can see or talk to people from the dead.
They say you can see the like lost loved ones at the crystal pool.
Oh man.
So to me, that's a connection that maybe he wasn't under any influence of anything. He just had the same crystals that are connected to death and life or whatever, and he punches the thing, and these things come back to life.
No, I'd agree with that because like we
it's a bit more logical.
I guess off camera I mentioned this, so this wasn't in this episode yet, but our friend Kayla pointed out that there's like a purple aura around Kieran's fist when he punches it. But then our friend Pocus Tommy pointed out that if you slow-mo it, the thing moves from the monument into Kieran. So he doesn't have the influence of the toxic chain when he punches it. He gets it from punching it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like that's a really small detail that maybe Game Freak didn't really think of it. They just put like a poof of
maybe,
smoke.
but I'm saying
Who knows?
I think that would add credit to what you're saying because it's the teal mask that activates something in the monument and then that thing goes in him. So it's two separate things that are happening.
I think it's the more logical choice.
Yeah, I love that theory so much. I mean, the basis of every single Pokemon gimmick is infinity energy, some sort of formation of that. And what that really is something that could power anything, right? It can power machinery, but I don't know why it couldn't just simply bring something back to life.
We know it
awesome.
can.
Yeah.
We know it can.
Yeah.
AZ did that with Floette.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's also like a big thing in the whole what's the hidden treasure of Area Zero?
Yeah.
If it has the power to bring people back to life, then it is a big treasure. You know what I mean?
Oh man. I mean, there are story spoilers, and I haven't looked at any of them, and I think Soul knows some of them.
Oh yeah,
but
I know them well.
the hidden treasure of Area Zero, right? If something can bring something back to life, they're bringing back Paradox Pokemon, right? They could
stuff like that.
They could bring back Arven's parents potentially, right? That's pretty. That's pretty evil. It's pretty wicked.
Yeah. Should
we do a story spoiler episode? I don't even know if I want to know.
Lumi didn't want to.
Yeah, no, I
know, but I want to know.
Seeing Koo posting some story spoilers, I was like, oh no.
Lumi, the thing about those spoilers is they are data mined names. Okay.
Yeah.
So the names of things that we have already heard of, and they are kind of they piece them together to try to make a story out of them.
Yeah.
There's even the main data miner has said there is no lines of story that can actually tell us what is actually happening. So a lot of those things.
Can you hear him?
A lot of those things. What?
No, he's died.
Hear me?
Are you there?
We lost you.
I thought I froze.
A lot of those things and it went out.
A lot of those things. We need to know.
From where? Wait.
You said
a lot of those things.
Was before that. Dang it. Anyway, a lot of those things.
No.
It's happening
again. A lot of those things. What?
Are you serious? I don't
We're
know.
dead serious. A lot of those things.
I won't lift
Game
my
Freak
hand.
doesn't want us to know this.
A lot of those things. Blankety blank blank.
Yeah, are just. I don't know. I lost track of where we're at. So,
no, dude, the chain has its hold on you.
Saw us cracking something and he shut it down.
I don't think so. All I was saying is that those the 4chan post that they created is not 100% accurate. They're just
good. Here, let me pull it up.
That are you can't just be
I knew that, but I figured the Koo stuff that he's posting probably is because he actually knows stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how much he said other than some battle.
This was the one that got posted on the 19th of September.
He posted the thing about who would you save? You have to kill each other. These very morbid things.
Yeah, but he's just being cool. He's exaggerating things.
True.
Probably.
He's fun.
I reposted that tweet, and I didn't even read it because it looked like it had story spoilers.
I try to stay away from them. For my followers, at least, I'm not trying to spoil stories for them. Anyway, all of that to say, that's what I think is going on with the crystal pool, possibly because there's that line of text of the crystal pool that's just okay, why in the world are you talking about seeing dead people? And how does this tie into the hidden? That is it's the symbol on the logo, so it's important. And I think that story spoiler, we might end up coming back to Kitakami.
Well, that's great. We had theorized that on our first reaction of the Teal Mask. I thought that would, I think that'd be. I think that's great. I mean, the world is so lush, and I love the region or the section of the region of the Kitakami, and I think that's so great. But there's so much they could do that they don't do.
It's funny actually though, because with this whole review video, one of the biggest things, I'll just give my little mini review right now, and I've kind of said it throughout this whole thing, is just that it's like an 8 out of 10 for me. It's really got a good story, good characters, good-ish Pokemon, but it's just too short. Everything's too short. The story's like way too small, anticlimactic. All I have to do now is catch Loyal 3, which is like 2 seconds.
And the Shiny Munchlax. We should do that at some point.
I don't care about Shiny Munchlax.
Oh, I care. I need her.
I played Ogre Ousting the one single time you had to play Ogre Ousting. That's what I played it. That was it. I was like, this is terrible. I hate this.
Oh, bro.
If I play with friends, maybe it'd be fun.
Yeah,
but
we should do it in the Discord.
Yeah. So that's basically it. Like it's like it's over so quick. But
for sure.
This ties in with what I was just saying, is if we come back to Kitakami in the Indigo disc, and if you have to just judge both of these together, I feel like you can't be like, oh, this is DLC 1 and it's not that great because of this, or it's amazing because of this. But no, you have to put them together like they are all one DLC. It was that way with Sword and Shield as well. That if you put them together, they're a pretty solid DLC, and this is probably going to be the same. I think that Indigo disc is going to be pretty awesome.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I haven't looked at the spoilers, and I feel like there's no, we don't have confirmation that the Blueberry Academy and the Indigo disc is really going to be that substantial. Like, we don't really know.
We do have some evidence though. So like one thing is they have found in the data mine that there are 23 new battle tracks.
Okay.
Which is
that's a lot.
Kind of wild.
Battle tracks?
Yeah,
wow.
New music that plays when you're in a battle. And for context, we
maybe 8 of those.
We got the Kitakami Wild Bow, Kitakami Trainer, Carmine, Kieran, Blood Moon Beast.
The Blood Moon Beast.
Ogerpon and Loyal 3.
Yeah, but the Blood Moon Beast was reused from Legends Arceus, right?
It was, but it is coded
Can
as
I just
a
say
new
that was one of my
favorite new battle.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
Literally, one of my favorite tracks in the whole thing was that. It brought me back.
It was
to
really
cool.
In 2 seconds,
as soon as I heard it.
Yeah. So good.
The thing in Eterna Forest, yes. Mm-hmm. Or where I was playing Eterna Forest music. But yeah, it's counted as a new track because it was new to Scarlet and Violet. So hypothetically, of these 23 tracks, 5 of them could be returning legendary themes, but they're new to Scarlet and Violet. But either way, the fact that there's 23 of them when there's 8 in Teal Mask is kind of wild.
Yeah, so it's gonna be bigger. There's no doubt.
Okay,
it was like that for Sword and Shield too. That one was,
it
was more
I mean, I don't.
Chunky.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into Blueberry Academy, speculation, but I struggle with understanding where the story is gonna take place. Right? If it's literally just an island in the middle of the ocean, like an artificial island, where the heck am I going?
Okay, the terrarium is huge, though.
Yeah, it's have you looked at
really
it?
But are there trainers out there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That adds a little bit.
It's going to be very similar to Kitakami. And
I imagine you have 4 battle themes for each area. A battle theme for the wild battle themes, and then you'll have 4 for the trainers in each area. So there's 8. 1 for the league, 1 for the Elite Four, 1 for the champions. That's
1 for
10.
One for Evil Kieran.
1 for Terapagos, 1 for I think Kieran's
the champion. Yeah.
But 1 for Terapagos, 1 for whoever the villain is.
Okay.
1 for this new this 4th Loyal 3 member. 1 for him. So that would be 13. So yeah, I don't know what the other 10 would be, but
yeah. So
new legendary Pokemon,
honestly, there's a chance.
New Paradox.
I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool if the Paradox of the Beasts and Swords, if their music was a Paradox remixed version of the Beast battle theme and
the Swords of Justice.
I'd love that.
That'd be really cool.
I would love that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking,
There's
Soul?
a lot to be said. No, I agree. I think that there will be a lot more. with that DLC.
So
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is totally not even Teal Mask, but like, and I said it earlier, like the fact that the Teal Mask and the Kitakami we see in the Teal Mask is like kind of like a pretty 1-to-1 translation of the real Kitakami. What do you call it? Like a city, a region, area. It kind of, I had the wild idea, like what if like that Gen 10 region that goes back to Japan is the larger Kitakami region?
Yes, yeah, no, Kitakami is a part of it.
I've thought about that multiple times. I really hope that actually that's what they could do. They could do it. It's totally possible. I mean, it's been our theory since forever that it was
since
like
I met you guys.
Yeah, basically, it's very possible. But will they do it? If I know Game Freak, they're like, let's do something.
Yeah, let's go to South America. Let's go to Australia. Let's
Yeah,
which I'd be super great
for sure. Yeah,
I mean, aren't we just happy no matter what?
We really are, guys. I gotta say,
right, wherever you go.
Yo, shout out to Jake from Game Explain. He tweeted one of the most profound things. That's something that I think we've all believed, but it just perfectly describes our stance when it comes to Pokemon games. And he maybe I should pull up the tweet, but what he said was essentially, Pokemon fans, it's like being a fan of a sports team, right? We're in it for the long haul, even if the team or the game is underperforming or not meeting our expectations. It's like we still love it for what it is. Man, it hit me.
I wish that more fans were like that.
Yeah.
Actually, I've thought about that before. I've been like, don't you guys have a sports team or something?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Literally the same analogy, because people are not like that. They just hate on their team so much. Yeah. I'm like, this is your team. You're not supposed to be hating on them.
You're supposed to defend the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. But I mean, even when they're bad, you're like, okay.
This is the team this year.
I think it's healthy to
still gonna wear my merch.
Acknowledge things that need it. Just like with a sports team, people will say, oh well, this guy should probably be off.
Let's trade him.
Like, he sucks. We should trade this guy. Yeah.
If
only we could get this guy on our team.
Imagine
say things like that. And I think
I'll trade it for voice acting. Can we trade Sinistra?
I think
for
that's fair. I just think that what is not fair is on either side of the fence. I think there are some people who, when someone's like, yeah, I just don't enjoy Scarlet and Violet because I think it's too glitchy. There are some people who are like, then you're not a true fan. It's like, shut up. But then the flip side is you'll have people who are like, oh, I really enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. I love all the new Pokemon. Then you'll have someone come in and go, why? You like helping Game Freak make crap games? You're not a true fan. Shut up.
You're buying the games. You're a part of the problem.
Right.
I'm just like, what?
Both sides though just need to it's kind of like if I see a YouTube comment, we're YouTubers, or so you're an ex-content creator. So I'm sure you get
spicy.
So I'm sure we all get comments that are, sometimes
it's just extreme.
Mean. Like they're not even negative. They're mean. Like they are with the goal of hurting you.
That's what we're talking about.
You know what the best thing about those comments to do with those comments is? Ignore them.
Yeah.
Because you let them win, and that's what this community needs to learn. If you disagree with that other person and you think they're like being toxic about their belief, the best thing you can do, both for yourself and for that person to shut up and lose the argument, is to just ignore them.
Except don't ignore bad Pokemon games. Buy those regardless.
Yeah. I know you're like, I don't know. I wanted to take it back. I know this is a different topic, right?
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to
answer. Yeah, no, I wanted to answer your last question, or your first question, technically.
Okay.
Which is the Oni Mountain.
Yes.
Right? There is suspicion, right?
Oh,
who was the man with the Oni?
It's
that came with the Oni, right?
It's a man.
Quaquaval?
No. Who, like, with Ogerpon, there was a man. There was a man with her, and it's like,
oh yes, yeah.
Where'd he come from? What was he? I just am like, is he another Oni? Is he not a man?
Oh, dude,
is
it Zoroark? Dude, is it Hisui and Zoroark?
Or Sinistra.
There's a million questions of like, why did they come to Kitakami? Why did he have Terra Crystals already?
Bro, you want to hear what it is?
Like, why did he bring Ogerpon? Why was there an Oni mountain there, like shaped like an Oni?
Well, he didn't have Terra Crystals. The man didn't.
No, he did. He brought some. Yeah.
I thought that it said the mask maker had Terra crystals from another land. I thought it did.
Or I guess
I'd have to double check too.
I'd have to, yeah.
So this might be a little bit of a stretch, okay? I'm just looking for this image to show you.
He was pretty tall. Maybe he was AZ.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
There's definitely something going on with that dude as well. Like Game Freak just gonna introduce him and then be like, either he died or he disappeared.
So
because Ogerpon goes looking for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the biggest thing for me is that he's tall, right? But he has that ponytail, which reminds me a lot of, and I'm showing this on screen right now, of the ponytail of Zoroark. Because guess what? There's also rumors that
N.
Yes, there's also rumors that Zoroark is N, or N is Zoroark. What if this is an aged up N?
It's crazy. That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't that be perfect? And it's just in time for a Gen 5 remake.
Unova ties. We know this is connected to a Hisui a lot. We don't know what his role was, but there was a trainer who looked a lot like Outer in Hisui that you see pictures of a lot. Maybe it was him.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big mystery. I think that it's not a man and might be a Pokemon. That's what I
could also see it being the Momotaro person where, like,
no,
it actually
I don't think it's
was
a
a person, but it was also eventually taken a hold of by the fourth Pokemon.
Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing is like when he goes to the festival, or when they go to the town.
Yeah.
The
both of them. They're
scared of both of them.
Yeah, people were freaking out about both of them.
They both have to wear masks. That's true.
I put this tweet out before this DLC came out, but there's this story of two Oni. Basically,
the red and blue Oni.
Yeah, there's a red and a blue Oni, and the red one like wants to be friends with the humans of this town. So the blue one comes up with this plan. I'll be like this bad guy Oni, and you can save the people from the town, basically. And they go through with the plan, and at the end of it, the blue one is what I said. He he leaves because he's like, the people hate me, and I made the red guy like their friend, basically. Yeah. And it's not out of like malice that he leaves. He's just like, I have to leave. I have to go. And the red one's sad.
That's
because
kind of nice.
His friend left. And it's just like, two Oni came into town.
Does it have a happy ending?
Yeah, that's a really cool perspective.
Is Momotaro the only Japanese story with a happy ending?
Yeah, most of them don't. There is the whole thing with like him and fighting with
the big question is guy. Though, I guess the big question is like who the story that we're reading, and I have it on the screen, you guys can't see it, but like who's depicting this story, right? Is this just random imagery? I guess this is the imagery to reflect whoever is telling the story. Is it the grandfather?
I would guess so. Because he was also the mask maker's descendant.
So if they,
he knows the story well.
So if they thought it was a man, and it was an Oni and a man, right? What but it was actually two Pokemon. I guess that would make sense. Because Ogerpon's not an Oni, it's just it's a Pokemon.
Might not have known because they both wore masks when they went down there. So it's like, I don't know.
No,
like
but they were originally
on the ogre more than.
But they originally were cast aside, and then they got the mask.
Yeah, true.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. And there could be something missing. I don't know.
In fairness, too, there could also be a thing of just, at the end of the day, we could be reading too much into this, and they were just afraid of the man because he's walking around with an ogre.
Yeah, that's true.
Possible.
It's possible.
It's very possible. Anyway, that's just like
that's
me
cool
thinking
story.
about the mountain. Like maybe that man was from that mountain originally.
Yeah.
Like that's an ogre mountain that's been established there for a long time before Ogerpon ever came. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about the fact that they kind of like really deceptively characterized, like we were able to see a picture of Ogerpon with the mask and its eye kind of peeking out from behind the mask, and it looked this whole time to have like a really dark complexion. I don't know, like I think that's really cool. I would like to see more Pokemon kind of teased in that way. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Teases are fun. Yeah. No, I mean like that's cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of doing something similar with this new Peach Pokemon.
That's true. Yeah. Do we want to talk about that on this episode?
I mean, we've talked about it a lot in past episodes.
Danced around it.
Or how about this?
We have just outright talked about it.
How about this?
Yeah.
Zach, you wanted to talk about this. We do have confirmation that there's going to be a new release of Scarlet and Violet, a physical that includes the Area Zero DLC. I don't know if you guys have thoughts right off the bat. It
drops November 3rd.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And my thought is this doesn't mean anything for the release date of Indigo Disc. I think what this is literally the physical thing for someone to buy around the holidays, and they could still have the DLC, the second DLC drop in February or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be February. It's going to be December because Regulation E is supposed to begin in January.
That's true.
But
the box looks nice.
I'm kind of with you. I think it's still dropping in December. To be honest, I just wanted to bring it up so that Saul could convince me otherwise.
I don't have much convincing to do, honestly. I kind of agree with you guys. It doesn't say or indicate in any way that it will release like with it. It just is like, okay, they just released the physical thing and the Indigo Disc is not part of it yet, technically. It's weird because it's not really physical.
But it's on the box.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a similar thing to how, like, Scarlet and Violet Switch came out before Scarlet and Violet did. And, like, it has Scarlet and Violet pre-downloaded onto it, but just you can't play it until
That's
it's
all
out.
it is. It's literally a key that unlocks it. So, like,
Wait, Scarlet, say that again? The Scarlet and Violet physical
Scarlet and Violet
Switch?
It comes with Scarlet and Violet, or Scarlet or Violet, rather.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, if you have a Scarlet and Violet Switch and you paid for Scarlet and Violet, you got swindled, Dusty.
Are you kidding me? So how do I redeem that? What do I do?
I'm pretty sure,
right? You cannot. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest.
I thought that's what they did.
What's the Scarlet and Violet Switch?
I don't have it here. Switch, it comes with Scarlet and Violet. Like, if you bought the Tears of the Kingdom Switch, it comes with Tears of the Kingdom. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong, because I know...
Bro, that would be insane.
My wife bought the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Switch, and I know for a fact it came with Let's Go Eevee, because I have that Switch in my home.
Man. Maybe. Then I have three versions. That's crazy.
It really is just a way to swindle you no matter what. Like it's a marketing ploy, and it's not a physical copy really. It's literally you're just buying the DLC and
it's not for us. It's probably for like parents or people who are going to give a gift, right?
Yeah. And that's still not a physical copy. Like you still have to download the DLC.
This kind of makes me angry because not angry. I'm not angry, but like it's just a little sad.
Oh no, it does not come with that one. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. The Let's Go one they did, they didn't do it with the Scarlet and Violet.
Bro, my heart skipped a beat. I thought I just lost $60 a year ago.
A year ago.
I just lost it.
It would be really cool if these copies, and this isn't even a thing, but if these copies came with all of the data for Scarlet and the Teal Mask and the Blueberry Academy or Indigo Disc, all of it on one cartridge. That way, in 20 years, if someone finds this, they can just pick it up and play it, right? But
it would be cool.
But that's not even the case. The full Scarlet is not even on the game. You have to buy it, and then you have to download all the data from the internet.
True, true. Very true. Going back to, like, if this means anything, it does, like, suggest that they have it ready. You know, like, they're releasing this already.
They're confident.
You know, they're releasing this already, so we're getting ready to release the second part of it. So I still think December because of Regulation E, like that's a big thing.
December would be nice.
They probably will not release it before that is over, or starts, whatever.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I think this could possibly suggest is that this will come out earlier in December than we're thinking.
That'd be cool. December, December 13th would be fire.
I could totally. I am already expecting that. I'm expecting that.
I mean, the later part of December is always busier, anyways, right? Because you got like Christmas and
they want this before
my
Christmas.
wife's birthday and our wedding anniversary is both in late December. So
the only other thing it suggests is possibly that there's probably not going to be another DLC after this. I wouldn't expect that, but then again, it is Nintendo. And
I don't think that means anything.
Release another one and make more money. You know what I mean?
And then they would release something at the end of the game.
Now release the Scarlet and Violet Super Bundle.
I mean, think about how many times.
3 and 4 as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think the problem with this though is that it literally is. It's probably going to be $90. It's going to be the game plus whatever the cost of the DLC is. That's a little lame. I mean, why not? It being a bundle,
the marketing ploy.
Yeah, give it like $15 off or something.
Dude,
even that would make it feel good.
The DLC is $35. Just make it an even 90 instead of 95.
Right? Yeah, dude. Exactly. But they ain't gonna do it.
Yep. But that's that. Don't have much more.
All right. Well, yeah. Overall, so like, how do you want to give it like a score? You want to like?
I mean, for me, it's 8 out of 10.
Should we make a tier list of where we would place? Where would we place the teal mask on the tier list?
Maybe we need to do that when Indigo Disc comes out. Rank Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, Teal Mask, Indigo Disc.
Yeah. I think this is getting like, and I think it's an A tier. I think it's clean. It's simple. I didn't like, what is it? The Isle of Armor, because it was like, there was all this like battle emphasis, and I'm like, okay, I don't need any of this.
Yeah, but it gave you more to do. I feel like there's not enough to do. Like this game is just done. It's just done.
You know what? I think the thing that's the reason why I've been playing 2 hours every single day is because I've been going to Kitakami and back to mainland Paldea to explore all of the new hordes or the outbreaks. Because
it has rejuvenated my desire to want to finish the Pokédex in both regions. Yeah. So I'm like, I do want to go and catch everything.
This morning,
and you can always chase down Billy and Onair.
You could. I still have to do that.
I'm doing that right now.
I do got to do that. Well, this morning, like I feel like every single day. Oh, I didn't even flex on you guys. I found like another 7 shinies this week, and I'm like not even trying. There was one night in 2 hours, I got a shiny Scovillain. I hunted for that.
Oh. Yeah, see, I needed that shiny charm. If I had that, I'd be doing the same.
I found a
it's
shiny
so much fun.
Swablu, but that's it.
That's a good one though.
Nice.
But so I get the Scovillain, and then I hunted for, maybe it was like, what did I catch after that? Maybe it was like a Bramblin, which was a nice Gen 9 Pokemon.
Shiny?
That is a good
and
shiny.
then I'm just on my way to another, I'm like walking, and I find a shiny Capsicid, and I'm like, the line's finished. And then I find a shiny Steenie, and I'm like, what's going on, dude? So I'm having a ton of fun. This morning, there was a horde of Gallades, and I'm like, this is so much fun. It's starting to feel like Legends, where there's just like fully evolved Pokemon all over the region, which I like a lot.
You can find like wild outbreaks of like Gengar and Annihilate too.
It's
cool.
It's a lot of fun.
You're like in the end game.
Yeah, I'm loving it right now. But anyways, special shout out to our. Shout out to everyone who's been supporting the show. We're growing. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. Super pumped about that. Ooh. We're hitting all sorts of milestones. Shout out to every single one of you who are supporting on Patreon or on YouTube channel memberships. But a special shout out to our mythical tier channel members, Drogain and Jasco. We talk to you guys all the time in the Discord. We'll keep it brief today. Oh, no. This is what I want to tell you guys.
No.
This is a secret. We've been working on it for about a month. We've teamed up with an amazing artist. We're going to be creating a special physical holiday bundle. It's going to come with an original art piece. It will also be a postcard, and then there's also going to be a bunch of concept art within that art piece. I don't want to give away too many details, but the people who are supporting us on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships, you people will be eligible. I think we got to create some sort of deadline next week. I'll give you a deadline of
we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. All you need to know is get into, support us, get into that whole system. We'll be talking to you on Discord. We'll be giving you updates there. That's what we got to do. We got to think of a deadline for when you need to be a member by, and then and then we'll ship this out to you around the holidays. We're hoping to ship everything out in December, so that'll probably a loose deadline by the end of November. You're gonna want to be a channel member, but it's I don't know. This has been a great year. I'm so blessed to do this with you guys every single week. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But
it's been awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play Teal Mask. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Out.